The last getting seat switching board standing.
Mira, 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 mira. Yeah.
Welcome back as everybody now stay seated. I'll let you know when it is safe to stay seated. Not yet. Now stay stretched.
Thank you. Best ride, in my opinion. I like this ride. I could ride this ride all day long. This one. I was at the Minions, but I can't stream the Minions because the Minions does have a copyrighted. So even if I mute it, they still YouTube still blocks it. I was just there. The last video I did, it got taken down. So kind of sucks. But yeah, we're at Universal Studios Hollywood. There is new merch of Woody Woodpecker, which is dope. I like it because they're bringing out new merch. And Woody, I feel like Woody Woodpecker deserves merch. So I like that. But yeah, this is silly Funland. I could do this all day. Orlando has it better just because it's not Minion theme. It's more of The Simpsons. They have an alien from The Simpsons on the top. So that's a W. Right here, back in my day when I was a kid, that whole water theme that they had behind me, it was Nickelodeon. All of this was Nickelodeon. They took it down. Not recently, like back then, they took it down, which sucks. I feel like they should have just stick it with Nickelodeon and stay with Nickelodeon. They were better off with that. SpongeBob was here when I was a kid. I remember that. But yeah, I like this ride, even though it's like 5 minutes. No, not even 5 minutes. Probably like a minute. Probably like a couple seconds, honestly, because it's not that long. It's not that long. Look, we're barely going up.
Alright, today's roller, so like you go up, stay seated.
It goes quick.
There is
I feel like they should add more time to it though.
Switching board standing.
But yeah, we go all the way up. Fast and the Furious ride is in the process, so that's a plus. That's for sure a ride I'm not gonna get on. I don't like roller coasters, so yeah, got that right there. But here's Silly Funland. That used to be Nickelodeon. All of that was Nickelodeon at one point. I don't know why they removed it, but new merch. I'll show you guys the merch by the end of the day if you guys stick around, or if you guys tune in tomorrow and see the uploaded video, you guys will see merch is out. Woody Woodpecker jersey, shirt, shorts. Not a lot, just very little stuff of merch for Woody Woodpecker, but I feel like they should add more. After this, we're gonna go to Pets. Oh no, Pets looks very packed. It sucks. It sucks, bro, when it's so packed. Even if we have Express, a lot of people from Platinum come around this time, and you know, I'm looking at it from here, and it looks really packed. That's pretty much it. The whole ride right here. If you guys were counting, it's probably like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, maybe a minute. But it goes quick. But I like this ride. It's chill. You know?
Welcome back, guys. Your buggy, come down, stay seated. I'll let you know when it is safe to exit. Stay seated, not yet.
What's up, Manson? What's good, bro? Sorry if I didn't read your message.
Now safe to exit.
Alright, let's go. It is packed on a Sunday too, bro. Even for us that have the Express, still packed. No. Switch it around for you guys, so you guys can see. See if we see Jokic. If Jokic is there, we'll see. Jokic. Oh, Jokic is there. It's crazy. That's the homie Jokic. Show you guys Jokic real quick up front, up close. Homie Jokic. The homie Jokic. If you guys saw Jokic, drop a like, let's help out. Express looks really packed. It's packed, yeah. So we're gonna go do Panda. Do a different ride that is not that packed. I don't know why it's packed. It's literally on a Sunday. That yeah, we're going to Panda. Panda's a cool ride. Oh, the whole gang is right there. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Velma, Volma, however you want to say it. Scooby, Fred, the whole gang is right there. Look. Notice that you guys are liking this type of streams. If you guys are liking them, let me know. I'll start coming more frequently. Oh, dang, you know Spanish. That's crazy. That's crazy. She knows Spanish. I didn't know she knows Spanish. Voma knows Spanish. That's new. Where's the people from New York? New York. They're usually up there in those windows. They come out. Taxi from... It's a prop. Not a real taxi. It's a prop. They use for movies, stuff like that.
I don't think I can.
Hot dogs. Get your hot dogs. Oh, man. No way. Don't tell me it's packed too. It's packed. What's the wait? What, Transformers? Unless you want to go do Harry Potter, I'll wait for you guys. So he could have. Oh look, there's a roller coaster already coming out. You guys saw that? The roller coaster. Hogwarts. Oh, no, Hogwarts.
Waiting for photographer, right? Butterscotch. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's kind of packed. Got merch for Harry Potter right there. Small little shop. Then the whole castle. The restaurant to my left. Pretty dope. But it is packed though. No kidding. I want to. Hopefully this time I catch it where they start dancing and they perform. They have the car. That wasn't there. What was it before? No? Can you check what time that show starts?
You wanna go me?
Hi, Molly. Roller coasters up there. Does it say? Okay. Okay. Hopefully they do that show. But if they don't, we're at Harry Potter's world. There goes the roller coaster. Here it comes. There it goes. Harry Potter. So if you're a big fan of Harry Potter, smack that like. But yeah. It is packed. I'm not gonna lie, it is packed. For the first time, it's actually packed. You have Pets World that is packed. You have Silly Funland. It's not that packed, so that's a good thing. We could have wrote it again, but like one day I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a stream of just Silly Funland all day long. So I don't know. But there it goes. The roller coaster. Very small roller coaster. It's not that big. As soon as you go down, I don't know. I feel like it's going slow for me. Or am I tripping? I don't want to get on it and then I'll be like, I'm tripping. You know, but they do have stuff for Harry Potter. Oh well, I can show you guys some merch. Come on, come on. Yeah, come on. We're gonna go look at some merch from Harry Potter.
So we're doing Transformers, right?
See what we find.
Yeah, the door.
Hopefully they don't trip on my bag that I have. I actually bought a jersey. There's a jersey from Woody Woodpecker and some shorts. I gotta get it. That's Mando. I can't let that one slide. Not that one. Let's go look at the merch. Question. Is it okay if I go in with my bag? Right in here, just to browse. Okay. Let me know what you guys want to see.
It's another Hufflepuff. That was
Dobby. There's Dobby. Kind of, the lights are dim, but what is this? Never seen these. Never seen that. That's pretty dope. So that's pretty much it for in there. They do have a store where they sell candy, snacks, the chocolate, the frog, all of that. Not that bad. So
We walk towards.
you don't want to get on that ride? No?
Yeah, exactly.
Roller coasters.
All right, we're gonna.
Did you feel it? It's something you hit it with the.
Yeah, I heard you.
You heard it?
Yeah, that was you?
Yeah. I was over there like that. Is
Oh.
looking like mom?
Yeah. Aquí yo en Brasil. Hey, Yuri. Saludos. De Brasil. Saludos, saludos. Estuvo bueno el partido ayer, ¿no? México contra Brasil. Sí.
Yeah, studio tour shows for me.
Gracias, gracias. Está lleno. Sí, está lleno. There goes the roller coaster. Good thing it doesn't go 2 times, it only goes 1 time.
She forgot to give us.
Wondering what time the show will start for that one. Need to ask a member, see what time that show starts. It's the second day I come and still no show.
What country is that?
Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico. It's
Mexico?
yeah, DF.
That's America.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the likes. Saludos, Gabriel. Europe. Saludos, saludos. Yeah. Got the cleaning crew, always on point. They're always actually cleaning up and everything. So that's dope. They do their job. Tutan Bon y Yuri. Mi español no está tan bueno. Tutamón. ¿Qué significa eso? Oh, Portuguese. Ah. Yeah, me Portuguese by Brazil. Slim. Thing. Yeah, una pregunta de portugués. ¿Es lo mismo como español o un poco diferente? Porque nuestro español es diferente de ustedes. So, ¿cómo es eso? ¿Algunas palabras sí me entiendes o no? Dice, gente no habla español. ¿Qué es SIM? ¿Qué es eso? Careful you don't fall. Goes. Alright. Oh, okay. Got it. Excuse me. No. Never mind.
It feels.
Yeah. So,
But like.
portugués y México español es un poco igual, pero un poco diferente. Unas palabras sí se entiende y otras palabras no se entiende. Y es así. Yeah, what's up, Gabriel? Diferente? Yeah, es diferente. What's the question? This is Universal Studios Hollywood, California. Why the words are very similar in English? As in what? What type of words? Like English and Spanish? No, they're not too similar. Or Portuguese and English. Or Portuguese and Spanish. Spanish and Portuguese? Portuguese and Spanish. They're similar. Son similar unas palabras, no todas. Nosotros en Brasil hablamos muy diferente. Sí, pero unas palabras no. Un ejemplo, no. Un ejemplo, como yo veo UFC, ¿verdad? UFC, and you have Brazilian people that fight. Anderson Silva, he's Brazilian. He talks, I believe, Portuguese. You have Paulo Costa. He also talks Portuguese, I believe. The phrase that Paulo Costa said to Anderson Anazania, voy a quebrar tu cara. That to us, eso sí lo entendemos. Sí sabemos qué es eso. Es o voy a quebrar tu cara. Palabras así, sí se entienden. Pero sí, tienes razón. Son diferentes, al español aquí, al español de España, al español de ustedes, portugués. Yeah, they try to keep it clean. Siempre la limpian el parque. So yeah. Pero sí tienes razón. El español de Brasil, portugués, en México español es diferente porque nuestro español no es el mismo como de Salvador, Honduras, es todo diferente. Todos hablamos diferente. Así cada lugar de nuestro terreno, tiene un acento que nosotros. Ok. No, sí entiendo, Yuri. Porque también ¿cómo se dice? México, hay unos lugares en México que hablan dialecto, así como náhuatl, es un lenguaje que unos países de México hablan de náhuatl, azteca, así todo eso. Es un poco diferente, pero sí. Sí, tienes razón. You are right. Nice. It's getting lonely.
No, yo también le digo.
No entiendo mucho tu discurso. Okay. Can you say that? No, I can't say that, Gabriel. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not trying to butcher it, bro. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to say. Yeah, I can't say it. That's hard. But
Where's Ugo? Is he going on again?
I know the last word dice cama. Yeah, sí. Te comina cama. Yeah, no, I don't know how to say it, bro. That's hard. I'm not trying to butcher it. Appreciate the likes. Excuse me. I have a question. When is that show gonna start? The one right there.
And this one is actually scheduled like every hour.
Oh, every hour.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
have to wait. There will be.
Okay. Thank you. Every hour. Si estás interesado, gracias. Luego, a ver si es la diferencia. Cam- Ah, ok, sale Yuri. ¿Ya? ¿Ah? ¿Cuál? ¿Tierra? Oh.
Ya no te gastes, nosotros espero ahí en la salida. There it is. Yeah.
So it's every hour. Every hour that one. Ah, está un poco difícil. Is it getting lonely? In there? Was it lonely in there?
No, it's packed.
Is there solo riders?
No, we did express, but the regular night was really cool. We just took a little while because you know how people don't listen?
Yeah.
They stopped it. Please keep your hands and feet inside.
Ah. No, no entiendo. Oh, let's go. Going to the tram. El tren. We missed it yesterday, so what good day. Huh? Yeah? Yes? As we go down. ¿Qué ole, Pedro? Excuse me.
Like taking classes. I'm like,
The 60th anniversary of Universal Studios Hollywood.
That's fine, no?
Yeah.
We have express, so we go pretty much fast. But the queue is long, not gonna lie. The people to my right, that line is really packed. That's normal. That's regular lines. The one that I'm in express, so I go faster. But that one is long. And then Spanish.
Part two, you guys. Part two.
Excuse me. But yeah. Just like that, we're in, Gabriel. But hey, Gabriel, how do you know English? We're right here. My bad. I was tripping out. Yeah. Because they were talking to me, but I'm gonna be laggy a little bit because of the tramp over there. The step over there was calling me, but she was waving me down. And I looked back, and she kept looking at me and waving me down like this to go over there on that side. I guess because she thought that there was no line here, and she finally took off her glasses, and she's looking at me, and I even went this. She said like yes, and I was like no, I'm good. And she said, oh, okay. That's because there's a big line right here. It's right there. Hopefully.
1906.
Yeah, 6. So the train should be coming. Shouldn't be taking that long. But we're really already in the line. The queue for that, it is long, bro. It is long. Oh, here it comes. Comes the train. Finally, that fool came. That one took forever. If it wasn't lunch or what? Six. I can't stay here? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because the best seat is this one. That's why.
Like you have to stand to the side.
Can I stand to the side?
Spanish one. So I need you guys to stand on all the way over there.
All right, for sure.
All the way over there. All the way over there. They don't want us to go.
Ah, shit, she's about to come.
Hi guys, just let you know, if you don't want to get long on now, you're going to be waiting longer because
That's
they still
fine.
learn Spanish. So you got to come this way with me then.
All right.
Because unfortunately we can't have you standing here while we are loading our Spanish form.
Dang it.
Let's wait right here until we can board our next tram, okay? Alright guys, please back up, back up, back up. No, this is Alright guys, get in there, sorry. Put them right I got to everybody in this lane. Everyone in this lane. Every single person.
That's the Spanish. That fool speaks Spanish? That's a trip. I'm gonna be surprised if that fool knows how to speak Spanish better than me. Can you go to?
All the way around and you're gonna step on this side.
Can you trip? You trip?
Oh no.
We messed up. We should have gotten where she told us. Now they're gonna let them go. All of them.
I wanted that popular beer. Okay, that's good. You got it. I want some popular beer.
Right?
For real, I need it right now. Alright guys, keep up the dog, please.
You can't emphasize strongly enough how important this is. Remain seated and inside the train.
All right. Go for it, guys. Whatever you want to say.
Thank you. All right, once again. Part 3. Here we go. We're all gonna go at 6, all of us. Well, don't you want him next to the chart?
Listen, voy a poner a
Alright, sit in the back. We could go? Oh, okay. Let me see right there, okay? Finally got on. Having some difficulties. That's the queue line. The queue line is that. Pretty packed. So we'll see. If I do start, yo, Gabriel, you still here?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the world-famous Universal Studio Tour. As y'all are boarding the tram, make sure you're sliding all the way to the right so we can fill in all the available seats. And if there's any members of your party whose feet don't quite touch the bottom of the tram, make sure y'all put them into the center of the row. Now we'll also need a pair of 3D glasses for our tour here today, so if y'all don't have a pair of those handy-dandy 3D glasses, just make sure y'all wave your hand around in the air and get the attention of the Studio Tour ambassador. Over there on the left, they'll be able to grab a pair for y'all. You also might have wondered who I am, though. Hi, everybody. My name is Joseph. I'll be y'all's guide here today as we head down to one of the biggest and busiest production studios in the world. And while I may be y'all's guide here today, I actually won't be driving this tram that we're sitting on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't that good of a driver. But don't worry, our driver today is one of the best in the business. Y'all give a big round of applause for our driver, Jake. Woo! Now, Jake here, we'd be walking our 400-acre lot. And that's quite a lot of walking, y'all, so I'm real glad to have him here with us today. Now, y'all have also joined us at a very special time here at the Studio Tour. We are celebrating our 60th anniversary. And usually a lot of our sets down there of the lot, they're blank canvases, so productions can go on in and have whatever they might want to, change them around. But just for our 60th, we've dressed some of them up with some pretty amazing photo opportunities. It also looks like some of those tram gates on the left are coming on down and closing, so as they're closing, just make sure y'all watch your arms and your legs. This is y'all's final reminder for those 3D glasses, alright? So if you need any 3D glasses, wave your hand around right now. We can have some brought over to y'all. And I don't think I see any hands, so it looks like we all got our glasses, which is awesome. Oh, actually, it looks like we're all good. Head on out, y'all. Now, before we get too far, though, I do want to quickly go over some of our safety rules. First, if y'all need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if y'all drop something of value off the side of the tram or have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist y'all as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember, use that red cord there if y'all need any assistance, because the studio is private property, and if at any time during the tour y'all drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, just pull that cord there and remain seated. Please no smoking of any kind during the tour, and be prepared the tour today will feature loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. So y'all want to have your cameras out for great photo opportunities, but keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while y'all are on board. And that's it, my friends. Our 60th anniversary studio tour is officially on the road. To help us all kick it off is our master of ceremonies and the host of the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world-famous studio tour.
I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience.
Thank you, Jimmy. And we do got a very rich history of the studio tour here. It goes all the way back to March 15th, 1915, when our founder, Carl Laemmle, invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology involved in filmmaking. But with the invention of sound and the need for quiet on the set, the original walking tour ended. But in the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman and executives Al Dorskin and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving a tour of the studio returned when the Gray Line bus tours originated in Hollywood Boulevard. And from there, the studio tour expanded with fantastic, one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the Burning House and the Rock Slide, which were in this area of the lot in the 1970s and 80s. And today we're on board one of our newest versions of the tour vehicle, the electric tram. We continue our commitment to create the zero-emission studio tour fleet. Electric trams get their power from wireless inductive charging pads, just like the one for your cell phone, only much larger. And just like an electric car, we've also got regenerative braking. So every time we go down to board, they can step in the office of Oscar-winning costume eat ahead, or even drive through the prop warehouse on the tram. But by the 1980s, this area was home to the Preview Center, which was a popular stop on the tour. That featured the special effects stage. It had actor Robert Wagner as its video co-host. But over on y'all's left here, y'all are seeing some of our sound stages, which are a part of the studio. To tell us a little bit more about these sound stages is our next 60th anniversary guest from the Peacock streaming series Bel Air. It's Jabari Banks and Ollie Sholaton.
We're leaving the theme park behind and entering the front lot where real Hollywood magic is made. How? Well, inside the sound stages that surrounds us, we can create any kind of environment the script demands.
For the past 60 years, studio tour visitors have driven right by these buildings, and inside these walls, the sets from your favorite TV shows and movies have transported audiences anywhere the imagination can take you. Even to a palatial mansion in Bel Air.
When we film Bel Air, we love coming out of the sound stages and seeing the trams filled with excited guests as they drive by.
So, keep an eye out.
You never know who.
Or what?
You'll see on the studio tour.
And the majority of the 36 sound stages that we got here at Universal are right here on the front lot. And we've had many productions call our stages home, not just Bel Air. We've had Based on a True Story starring Kaylee Cuoco, who we all might recognize from The Big Bang Theory, as well as the Academy Award-winning film Oppenheimer starring Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt filming in some of our stages. But we got more than just those stages here on the front lot. Coming up on y'all's left here are some of our sound and video editing facilities. Although they don't usually get used until filming is done though, that way we can make sure all the scenes flow together nice and smooth. That we got all the music for the soundtrack and any sound effects we might want before we give our productions out for audiences to enjoy. Oh, we've also got some of our production bungalows here on the front lot as well. Those production bungalows, our production companies do some pre-production, which is just anything that happens before the cameras start rolling, like budgeting, getting all the money together, and writing and revising the scripts and casting actors and actresses into their roles. Some production companies who call our bungalows home are Mark Platt's Mark Platt Productions, who's been working on Wicked, and also Illumination Entertainment.
In the early days of the studio, these bungalows were used as dressing rooms to the stars of Hollywood's golden age. Now, they're used as offices where some of Hollywood's top directors, writers, and producers work their magic to get a production ready, including my company, Illumination. At Illumination, we've made some of the most successful animated films in box office history, including Despicable Me, The Lorax, The Secret Life of Pets, Minions, Sing, The Grinch, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. And the team is hard at work again as we launch our next film, Despicable Me 4.
Hello, everybody. There's my boy.
I know you
love your dada. Go on, say it.
Yes, of course he loves you. He just doesn't show it on his face. Or with his body language.
We've had some really good sequences in Despicable Me movies. The heist of the honey badger is now officially my favorite. What it comes down to is the emotional through line. And I believe that that's why these movies have stayed in people's hearts.
And just right next to our beautiful bungalows over on y'all's left here are the last two sound stages of the front lot today. Stage 25 here is where Lopez versus Lopez, starring George Lopez and his daughter Mayan Lopez, film at. And stage 26, just right next to them, we've had a new sitcom filming there called St. Dennis Medical, starring David Allen Greer. But coming up on the right here, just across from those sound stages, is the very first stop of our back lot. To help us get settled into the back lot is our friend Jimmy Fallon.
We're about to cross the imaginary boundary onto the back lot, where we have exterior sets for many outdoor scenes. Over the last 60 years, studio tour guests have seen these locations turned into big cities, quiet suburbs, even that guy's hometown. Yeah, that guy. For countless movies and TV shows. This is Universal's Metro Sets.
And the Metro Sets are only about 4 acres of the lot, but each part of them's a different part of a major city. This first part here is Brownstone Street. St. Dennis Medical's been filming out here. We've also had many other major productions called the Metro Sets home, like over in Courthouse Square, which y'all might recognize as Hill Valley from Back to the Future.
Welcome to the Courthouse Square. These sets were used to create Hill Valley in the Back to the Future films.
And they represented multiple time periods, 1985, 1955, and the far, far distant future, 2015. To this day, this is one of the most popular sets on the Universal Studio Tour.
We had a lot of fun making those films here on the lot. I wonder what it would be like to go back to those days. If only we had a time machine.
Hey, everybody. Do you think we can get this tram up to 88 miles per hour? See you in the future.
And I think it's about time for us all to return back on over to Hill Valley. Now, y'all may also see Doc Brown's time machine is parked out here right in front of our courthouse. But we've had many other productions that have called Courthouse Square here home. To tell us about some of those other productions is one of the stars from the Back to the Future films, Leah Thompson.
Great Scott, it's time to go back to the future. This famous line, along with "Isn't he a dreamboat?" were uttered right here at Courthouse Square, aka Hill Valley, from 1985's Back to the Future. Courthouse Square was also used in Bye Bye Birdie and To Kill a Mockingbird long before my son ever saved the clock tower. And glamour trams have been passing by this same set since 1964. Take a look at some recent productions featuring this iconic location.
Hey, dog, are you bringing your dolls to school? It's the 90s. Times are changing.
And while a lot of these buildings here in Courthouse Square were built in the 1940s, the rest of the Metro Sets is considerably newer, rebuilt, redesigned back in 2008. Like this part we're heading over to now, New York Street. But before that though, this area was home to a studio tour classic. To tell us a little bit more about it is one of the stars from Universal's 2005 version of King Kong, Jack Black.
And self-action. Did you know the Metro Sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original studio tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds. Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram. So close you could feel his hot banana breath. Is that it? I believe that's my last line, and then the tram moves on to the next thing.
That's right, Jack. We're going to be moving on to the next thing in just a moment. But while we're still here on New York Street, a lot of the buildings that we see around us here are what we call facades, meaning that we're only able to film on the outsides of them because there ain't really anything inside of them besides some maintenance stairs and electrical equipment. So any interiors for these buildings, they actually be built inside of some of our sound stages. And with a little bit of editing, we can make it look like a character walks through any door over here right on to the inside. The buildings here, they also use a little bit of forced perspective to make them look a tiny bit taller. So as y'all are looking at the buildings, make sure you pay attention to the windows on them, because the higher up on the buildings y'all go, the smaller those windows are going to get. That's how we can make them look a little taller. Oh, and since the metro sets, they're only about 4 acres of the lot, and most major cities are way larger than 4 acres. Sometimes we do gotta extend our city streets out using some digital effects. That way, we can make it look like these streets keep going on, even though they don't. But you can also use those same digital effects to add on some more details to our buildings as well, especially since we got different productions that like to film out here. And one of them wanted the metro sets as a post-apocalyptic city. Of course, the buildings in that city would probably have some pieces missing off of them and cracks and wear and tear, and we don't want to damage any of the buildings. So all those little details can be added safely on with some digital effects. But I think it is about time for us to move on to the next thing, but make sure y'all keep your cameras ready, because we are going to see a little bit of studio tour history just ahead on the right-hand side, and that'll be the runaway train and the collapsing bridge. Now, the collapsing bridge was a mechanical effect that the trams used to cross. The hydraulic support beams would split and the bridge would seem to collapse. The runaway train, though, was originally located back in our western sets, and it used to hurtle toward the tram and come to a screeching halt. Both effects are now retired and were made for the studio tour 50 years ago. As we drive on past the bridge and train, though, we're heading on back to Skull Island. And as we do, make sure that y'all stay seated and hold on to all of your belongings, and make sure not to use any flash photography. A lot of the wildlife on Skull Island don't really like all the bright and flashing lights.
Is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail of Skull Island, allowing visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife in Skull Island.
Usually there's like 10 T-Rexes chasing after us. This time I think there was only 3. 1973, so it's real good for us, y'all. But King Kong was brought to us here at Universal by Peter Jackson and the incredible team over at Weta Effects. Weta Effects has got quite a lot to be proud of, y'all. They're the owners of 7 bright shining Academy Awards. They won their 7th for their work on Avatar, The Way of Water. And on your screens, here's the room where we returned back to Skull Island. Both the screens on the left and right of us there were 40 feet tall and 180 feet long. The team over at Weta Effects had to use some pretty advanced technology, as well as 16 projectors, in order to bring King Kong to life for us.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions as creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shots we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
Wait, in the dark?
And while Skull Island may be home to King Kong and all those dinosaurs, here at Universal we've been known as the home of the monster movie. We created many classic and iconic monsters like Dracula and the Wolfman, to name a couple of them. And we love all those classic monsters so much we had a beautiful monster mural over on y'all's right here, painted up some of them by Tristan Eaton.
An instrumental part of the process of designing the mural is getting to go to the Universal archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies, but I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding and graffiti and comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. And for me, it started just painting stuff in the street illegally, tagging billboards and dumpsters. Without that, I never would be here, even something like this.
And speaking of those monsters and creatures, over on y'all's left here, our Hollywood Ocean has been home to one of our monsters from the 1954 3D film. It was home to the creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, we're not the only ones here at the tour celebrating an anniversary this year. The creature from the Black Lagoon will be celebrating its 70th. But we've had more than just a monster there in the Hollywood Ocean. Back in 1973, we added the Parton of the Red Sea to the studio tour there. Inspired by the classic film, The 10 Commandments, a Paramount picture. The star of the movie, Charlton Heston, made an appearance to part the waters for our guests. And our glamour tramps seemed to drive right through, giving everyone on board a sea-level view.
Tell them they can walk on water. It's part of the tour.
We've also had exploding water mines, torpedoes, and prop submarines as a part of all the action in the Hollywood Ocean. But going back to those monsters, though, they are all a part of our legacy here at Universal. That stretches from Dracula in 1931 to the upcoming Dark Universe, the Universal Epic Universe, opening next year in Orlando. And right now, we're in the home of all those other classic monsters, Little Europe. But it's been used for more than just our monster movies. It's been used as the country of Genovia from Disney's The Princess Diaries 2, a royal engagement starring Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. And also as a little place known as The Afterlife from The Good Place, starring Kristen Bell and Ted Danson.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
but one of my favorite productions that is called Little Europe Home is one of our classic monster movies, Frankenstein. Mostly because Frankenstein's monster is my favorite monster. As we leave Little Europe, though, I think it's a good time to let y'all know we are at the halfway mark of the tour today. So I just want to remind y'all to stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property, and at any time during the tour, if y'all drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, just pull the red cord there to get my attention. I'll be back to assist y'all, but please remain seated at all times on the tram. Now, just in front of us here is Soundstage 50. And y'all may know that last year we closed the Earthquake attraction that stood on this part of the lot for decades. And we made way for this new unrivaled state-of-the-art soundstage that's already been in high demand. We have had a production that's been filming it here, but we made an arrangement with them to travel on through the big doors of a soundstage just so we can see what exactly goes on in here. And as we head into stage 50, just make sure y'all stay seated and hold on to all of your belongings. We want to make sure we don't leave anything behind in here. Now, the set in stage 50, that was what we like to call a hot set. So that means everything is all ready to go. All the props and the equipment, all we're missing is just the cast and crew who are all on lunch right now, so we won't be here too long in stage 50. And while the set is set up as a subway system, we're just go. That was just a little tremor, y'all. Just stay seated and hold on. Just survived an earthquake of '81. The attraction originally opened 55 years ago in 1989. And it just reopened this spring just in time for our 60th anniversary, complete with a Hollywood makeover, updating all the props and movie-making equipment, bringing the set into the 21st century. Now, our attraction here was inspired by the disaster classic Earthquake. The film Earthquake will be celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, and it starred Charlton Heston, Richard Roundtree, and Ava Gardner, and they filmed inside some of our sound stages and back over on the Metro sets. But after that little earthquake, I think we all deserve a nice relaxing vacation on over at Amity Island. Now, they did have a little bit of a shark problem over at Amity Island, but don't worry, y'all. I heard they're able to catch their shark for us. But just be safe, the police are doing one final sweep of the water just to make sure that we're all good to dive on in there. Now, I don't mean to brag, y'all, but back in high school, I was a part of the swim team, all right? So I'm real good at all those little techniques. You know, the butterfly is actually my signature one. I was really good at that one. Now, y'all see that fin out in the water, too, right? Oh, my goodness, y'all, that's Diver George. I don't think he sees the shark, George. George, honey, just kick it with your flipper. It'll swim right away. I promise. I would never lie to you, honey. Except for today. Well, George has got a lot of guts being in that water, y'all, and I don't think I got the same. So while we get over to safety, just make sure y'all stay seated and hold on to all your belongings. I'm sure we'll be fine behind this little pier over here. Okay, those barrels look like gasoline barrels, don't they, y'all? That might be a problem. Oh, that's just scary, y'all. Just a little bit frightening. Well, don't worry, that shark there ain't real. But lucky for us, our shark does work very well. Now, Jaws here has been a fan favorite on the studio tour since 1976, when the shark made its backlot debut. Over the years, though, there have been a few different versions of our mechanical shark here, starting with one that we like to call Carrot Tooth because of its oversized teeth. I think Carrot Tooth is probably the scariest version of that shark we've ever had here on the backlot. But leaving Amity Island and one classic attraction behind, I think we should head on over into Old Mexico to go see another one. To tell us about this attraction, though, is today's show co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather affects your creation, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968. Welcome to the only part of the backlot with a 100% chance of rain, the flash flood.
Just like Al Roker said, that flash flood was our first attraction on the studio tour, making it our oldest. But we've also used it for some of our productions, like Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. Hang on, funny folks!
And as we get washed on at Old Mexico, we're heading on over into my home away from home, our 6 Points Western sets. Now, I'm a sweet old little Southern belle at heart, so I feel right at home out here in 6 Points. But back during the Western Golden Age, tons of Western productions and stars also like to call 6 Points home. But even though the Western Golden Age is over, lots of productions still like to film here, like Quantum Leap starring Raymond Lee. Now, a lot of those buildings in 6 Points are actually some more of those facades, like the ones over in the Metro sets. And we're going to be heading around to the other side of 6 Points here today, so you'll be able to see there truly ain't anything inside of our facades. We're also going to be swinging back on by Amity Island as well. But don't worry, we won't be seeing that shark again. But did y'all know Mr. Spielberg actually helped us bring Jaws to the studio tour? Here he is to tell us a little bit about how he did it.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the crab. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
And just outside of Amity Island, over on y'all's right here, is our chicken ranch. Now, our chicken ranch here has been used in the best little whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton. And it's also what we like to call a practical set, meaning why we can film outside of it just like a facade. We're actually able to film inside of the chicken ranch. There's an actual interior to it. Both upstairs and downstairs of it can be used for filming. But just behind the chicken ranch though, and just up ahead in a moment, y'all are gonna see some Line Estate signs. Y'all may remember that the Line Estate is where Marty McFly lived in the Back to the Future trilogy, living the home of Tomorrow Today. The signs over on y'all's left here, they're replicas of the original props that were made for the 30th anniversary of the first film. Now, one of the executive producers of Back to the Future was Steven Spielberg. And right now, we're on Steven Spielberg Drive, which is appropriate because of our long relationship with the Academy Award-winning director. Y'all could say it goes all the way back to the earliest days of the studio tour.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour. So excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom. And when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left. And then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days in the 60s on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
And I think it's very fitting that toward the end of Spielberg Drive, we got one of the largest exterior sets from one of his hit films. Welcome y'all to the crash site set from War of the Worlds. Large-scale sets like this one here, they've been a part of the studio tour for several decades. But before production destroyed the suburban neighborhood for the film, it was used as Site B for Jurassic Park 3. And prior to that, it served as the whimsical Whoville from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But just outside of War of the Worlds, coming up on the right here, we got another very iconic set that's been a highlight since the original 1964 studio tour. That is the home of Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. But just up ahead, we're only passing on by another very iconic landmark, one of LA's iconic landmarks, our official scale replica of the Hollywood sign. We're also heading on down into our Step Onto the Lot experience. We all be able to exit the trail and take some of the photos with some pretty amazing props and vehicles. But just so y'all know, this is a limited stop. So when you are ready to continue your tour, just simply follow the sign. Y'all will be boarding a brand new tramp with a different studio guide. So make sure y'all gather all your personal belongings with you. You will need them when you resume the tour, all right? As well as those 3D glasses, all right? Now, in just a moment, when the tram comes to a full stop, those gates on the left are going to open on up. And when y'all exit, just make sure to watch your step, and y'all have tons of fun, all right?
boom.
So big. For the grocery store.
For everybody who stayed on board, thank you all so much. I really appreciate y'all because I was gonna cry.
Hello, Amy.
Everybody left.
It's
So I'm
the
really glad
Universal
y'all did
Studios
it.
store.
And it's also nice to have other people to talk to too. You know, Jake is great and all, but there's only so much. You know, I see him in the break room, so you know. I'm just kidding. Don't be. He's offended that I said that, y'all. He's offended. I also just want to say, everybody who's still on board. Okay, thank you, Mateo. I'm trying to talk to my friends. Okay, thank you. Keeps interrupting me. So rude, y'all. Everybody wave bye to Mateo on the left. He's the one with the glasses, the mask. He's very sweet. I do see there are 2 birthdays on board up here in the front car. Happy birthday, y'all. Oh, and y'all also have a birthday in car 2? Happy birthday! And car 3 and 4, do y'all have birthdays too? I think I saw a hand. Wait, go up. If y'all have a birthday, happy birthday. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. Also, we're gonna pick up more people. I know, I wish it was just us 2, but we gotta pick them all up. I'm sorry, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the tour. I hope y'all enjoyed getting some amazing photos of all the props and vehicles. Hi, David. How are you? I'm doing good. It's good to see you. Now, my name is Joseph. Hi, everybody. I'll be y'all's guide today for the final act of our 60th anniversary studio tour. Jake is going to be our driver. He is one of the best in the business. As y'all are boarding the tram, just make sure you're sliding all the way to the right so we can fill in all the available seats. And if there's any members of your party whose feet don't touch the bottom of the tram, just make sure that y'all put them into the center of the row. Y'all will also need a pair of 3D glasses for our tour here today. So if y'all don't have any 3D glasses, just wave your hand around in the air, get the attention of a studio tour ambassador. Over there on the left, they'll be able to grab a pair for y'all. Bye, Hugo.
Now I know why.
I think we might need 3D glasses in car 3. I think maybe. If anybody could check, that would be great. It also looks like some of these tram gates on the left are starting to come on down and close. So as they close, just make sure that y'all watch your arms and your legs. head on out of the Bates Motel. As we do, I want to quickly go over some of our safety rules just one last time, because we are about 10 minutes away from the end of the tour, and we'll be returning to the theme park shortly. So just remember, y'all, if you need any assistance, just pull the red emergency cord to get my attention. I'll be back to assist y'all. But otherwise, please remain seated at all times on the tram. And as we head back out onto Steven Spielberg Drive, Steven Spielberg is a director we worked with many times here at Universal, but we've also had the honor to work with many other incredible directors like Jordan Peele on his film Nope.
I remember going to Universal Studios, feeling this feeling of one of my first trips at Universal Studios, seeing the Jaws ride. One of my favorite movies of all time. Just feeling like, that's him. That's the Jaws. Like, I don't even know if that is the Jaws. I hope it is. Sharing a space with Hitchcock and Spielberg, I couldn't be more proud.
Now, speaking of Jordan Peele's film Nope, in just a moment we're going to be heading on over to the actual Jupiter's Claim sets from the film. Once they were finished filming just outside of Santa Clarita, they brought the sets to us here at Universal so we could add them right on to the tour to share with all y'all. Now, I could tell y'all all about the sets. I think I know somebody who might know a little.
Look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Share. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Oh, it's not looking so live anymore. To the world of no.
Start to leave Jupiter's Claim, we're heading toward the part of the studio where we once had an attraction called the Doomed Glacier Expedition, better known as the Ice Tunnel. Featured in an episode of The $6 Million Man, starring Lee Majors with Andre the Giant as Bigfoot, the tram will climb to an imaginary elevation of 12,000 feet. And the only way back to the theme park was through the Ice Tunnel, where the slightest sound could trigger an avalanche. And it always did, causing the walls to spin and guests to tilt along with the Hollywood special effects. And while the walls don't spin out here anymore, we do still spin some tires with our Fast and Furious vehicles. And as we're heading out, just make sure that y'all stay seated and hold on to all your belongings. Oh, and also hang on tight to those 3D glasses. If there's anything I know about the Fast and Furious films, it's that things can get very fast and